Well, howdy. No, it's not morning. It's afternoon. So I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning, said, it's too early to get up. So I went back to sleep, and then 3 hours later, whoa, look at that. It was about 9:15. And so I halfway jokingly told myself, well, I guess I'm going to get out of here by noon. Little did I know that it would be close to 3:30. But I set up, yeah, 3:30. But I set up behind this juniper tree, which served as perfect. It was a good protection. There's actually two juniper trees, no, just one. Perfect protection from the north wind last night, and it really got pretty cold because my boots were frozen solid. Frozen solid this morning. But let me show you something here. Right there. So that's where we came down from last night. Way up there at the top. Right in there. Yeah, so those past 3 days been pretty much of a pretty struggle. And so it turns out now that where I camped here last night, I'm actually a day behind. And by the time I get out of here and walk a few hours and then set up camp again, I'll be 2 days behind, which is no big thing, except I'm going to be running out of food. I'm okay with water because next water is 25 miles at Potts Ranch at a hot spring, so I'll be okay there. But yeah, I'm 2 days behind, so I got to be careful because when I left Carver's, I thought, yeah, this could be quick up and over. But so my last day, I'll be eating on a half a jar of peanut butter and sunflower seeds. That's if I go. But today, I'll be lucky if I get 10 miles in the next 3.5 hours. And then, so we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But anyway, the goal is down this road here, about a mile and a half or so, and then turn north on a dirt road, which is actually a state highway, 82. And then it goes up for a bit, and then it turns northeast, heads out to Potts Ranch, and then from Potts Ranch, I've got 18 miles to the next water source, which is Ryegrass Spring, and then from Ryegrass Spring, so Ryegrass Spring will be in the mountains over there somewhere. Then from Ryegrass Spring, it's 40 miles to Eureka. So Ryegrass will be my last water until Eureka. So it's 40 miles without water. So I got to take it careful. I got 5 bottles, so I can fill up with 5 liters. So that'll put me into, if I can make up time the next day, then I'll get into Eureka instead of in the morning on Sunday. I'll get in there in the evening on Sunday. That's if I make up time. But tonight I'm not making up time. I'm actually falling further behind. So I'll be 2.5 days behind tonight. So let's see what we can do, huh? Man, this is one of those days where you just have to really fight, turn off the mind, trying to tell you, oh, it's so hard, so difficult. I stopped at a waypoint back there, doing a 2.5 mile an hour pace, which is okay, but on something that's as flat as this, it's straight, and actually a little bit downhill grade. I was hoping to do 3, but also, as you can probably hear, I'm walking directly into a headwind. So the wind shifted from northerly wind last night to a northeasterly, which is the direction I'm heading. I made it 2 hours. big windstorm came up. I was barely, can't even talk. But let me show you where I am. I found this gravel pit. It's blocking most of the wind. It doesn't sound like it probably, but it was a godsend. I mean, I was just leaning forward on that road, barely making any headway. The wind's coming from there. This gravel pile is blocking most of it. I guess a little bit of it's swirling through, but this is nothing like it is if I were to get up there. Can't even talk. So this is home for tonight, and hopefully I'll get an early start tomorrow. And I think it's supposed to be 28 tonight. It was 23 last night, according to the forecast that I got a couple days ago. So I don't know how valid that still is, but the high was 52 today, supposedly, and going up to 58 tomorrow. Still with some wind, but all right. I'm gonna have some dinner, and I'm gonna try and get 12 hours of sleep. I had 10 hours last night. Good morning. What a windstorm that was last night, but I held out here in the gravel pit. As you can see, can you see that? No, you can't. There you can. If I hadn't found this, man, I'd be, I think, blown to smithereens south down to Benton or Tonopah or wherever. So if I don't get blown to smithereens again today, the goal is 18 miles just short of Potts Ranch, up that way. Look at the clouds. You can tell it was a cold front that just blew right through the shape of the clouds. Today, supposedly, from my forecast of 4 days ago, it's supposed to be 58, just kind of breezy, and then tonight 33, above freezing. All right. And you might be asking, why do you have a forecast 4 days old? That's because I haven't had cell service all that whole time. So, gonna get going, packed up, and oh, I don't know if you can see this. I had to put the guy lines on both sides of the tent. I think that's like the second time in all my travels with this tent that I've ever had to do that. All right, so gonna get up, get going, and try and make the 18 miles, hopefully more. So here we are, walking on State Highway. Oh, I think I already told you. State Highway, what, 82? Oh, look both ways before you cross. Nope, nobody over there. Nope, nobody over there. You know, I did have to look because about 30 minutes ago, a vehicle went by. First one I saw for 2 days on this road. I've been going for about 3 hours, so I guess it's time for a break. You know, it's interesting too. I mean, I'm walking on the road there, and the wind's just whoosh from the north, which is back behind me. But as soon as I get down here to ground level, it's just a simple little breeze. But there's, I want to show you 3 things here. The first thing, big deal, is this marker here. It's actually a BLM road, and it's not really a road, it's just a 2-track, so they call it a road anyway. It just goes right up to there. And then speaking of those mountains, can you believe I was crazy enough to go through all that stuff? Let's see, where were we? Oh, it's all covered in clouds right now. But basically came whoops, right through that canyon there, and up on the top summit of the summit there. And then the other thing I want to show you too is I've been looking at these clouds all day long, and not only are they pretty, you might even get some depth here in the picture. But speaking of depth, I've been marveling at being able to get a sense of depth when I'm looking at the clouds. I don't know if I've ever explained this before, but you may have noticed in my glasses here, get a little closer, I got these what looks like lines, right? Well, they're little prisms that you stick onto the glasses. That's because I have crossed eyes. Esotropia is the official thing. And as such, it messes with my depth perception, so that my depth perception is not like yours, where you probably see things in full depth and get that vast expansiveness. With my vision, because of this condition, it kind of contracts the depth so that I don't really get that big sense of depth. I mean, I can tell stuff is farther away and closer, in a sense, just because of experience, I suppose. But it's very rare that I get that sense of depth where you can readily see that this cloud is here, this cloud is closer, this cloud is, there's a separation between the clouds. The same thing with the bushes. You probably see all the called the negative space between the bushes. I just see that there's bushes, and yeah, that one's further away and that one's closer. But I'm doing that because of experience, and I guess because of my brain is using trigonometry and geometry and calculus to calculate that they're closer and farther and that there's space between them. I don't know how better to explain this. So again, looking at these clouds, it's been a very rewarding experience. So I'm going to sit here and watch clouds a little bit more, and then I guess take off for another 3 hours. Oh, there's some Virgo over there. Yeah, they're getting farther and farther away. Yes, they are. We'll be around in the corner here not too long from now. And going that way, they'll be out of sight. But not out of mind. Hey, look at that. I think we've got some cows out there sucking up water at a cattle pond. Yep, looks like it. Anyway, on we go, and oh, look at this. Now, what's this doing out here? Gonna stop? Somebody either stole it and got tired of carrying it around, or blew here for a long, long way. Huh. I'm gonna break the law and keep going. Well, I've made some pretty good distance today so far. It's almost 6:45, I think. We started 11:30, 7 hours. So just got about 18 miles. I think I got another 3 or 4 tenths of a mile to where I was going to camp. Maybe I'll go on beyond that. But there's looking back where we came from, and the mountains, our infamous mountains right over there. And let me show you this too. Here's the road that continues north. We're going to turn northeast. That goes up to US 50. That's about 19 miles that way. But the other thing of note too, this is still a continuation of the Monitor Valley, and the exact geographic center of Nevada is out that way, maybe about 10 more miles. I'd say let's go see it, but it's going to be just looking like this. Maybe there's a plaque there. But here's something else I want to show you. Look at this. Here's the road going northeast, and going by a place called Potts Ranch. I don't know what this other place is, Little Fish Lake Valley. So we're going to go up some mountains and down some mountains. Antelope Valley, and then can go up some mountains again to Eureka. So it doesn't have Eureka on here. Eureka is about 60 miles, I think, from here. So it's kind of surprising to see a sign like this, right? After miles and miles and miles and miles of nothing. And then you got there, you can tell I'm tired, huh? So I guess I'll have done 18 miles in 7.5 hours. That's not bad. And the only question I have for myself is, do I cowboy camp? Looks like it's clearing. Or do I put the tent up just in case? The only problem with the tent, I just thought about this. It's kind of an aha moment. I think you've heard a number of times over of these 3 walks that I can't stand the tent. And I think I know why now. It's not because I hate the tent. It's because the tent's a little cocoon for me. So it's so cozy and comfortable inside there that it seems like it sucks me in and keeps me sucked in even in the mornings. Thus, another reason why I left at 11:30 today, and yesterday left at 3 o'clock, 3:15. So no more coziness for me. So that's why I think I might cowboy camp, because it'll cause me to get out sooner. La 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 la. Oh, and one more thing. This is to you, D, if you're watching. I know you laughed at me on another video a few episodes back about having to use the tent. Ah! See, now you know why I don't like the tent. D. Guess what? As you can see, yeah, I'm in the tent here. Right after I was telling you, oh, I'm in a cowboy camp, all of a sudden it started hailing. So I thought, okay, that's my sign that better tend it tonight. And now, of course, once I've gotten it up, it's getting nice and clear. Well, that does look kind of ominous. But there's no breeze. Oh, there's a small breeze, but not a tough wind like it was last night. So I had my sign, and I'm in the tent. It's only supposed to be 33. Okay, so that's it for tonight. See you in the morning. Good morning. It's about 8:30. Got all packed up. Didn't rain last night. Didn't have the windstorm, so that's okay. Was in the cozy cocoon. I forced myself to get out of there. So it's the goal is 2 miles right now to Potts Ranch. There's a hot spring there. I'm gonna fill up with water. If it was warmer and not breezy, I'd be tempted to take a little bath, but not gonna do that. I'll eat some breakfast there while I'm purifying the water. And then after Potts, it's the goal is another 18 miles to Ryegrass Spring, and it's going to be basically, I think mostly it's all going to be dirt road, so no trails, and we're going through some mountains in the valley and another mountain range, but nothing like we did there. I don't think there's gonna be any snow. So let's see what the day brings us and see what the weather brings us. Supposedly it's warming up today. I thought everything was passing, but it looks like stuff is trying to come in again. Huh. So there you've been hiding. This is I'm on the old Potts Ranch, and this is one of those places, again, in Nevada, that's owned by a corporation called BTAS, Nevada. I think I asked you in an earlier video if you want to do some investigative work to see who this BTAS group is. I know they're incorporated in Nebraska, but that's all I know. And the reason I said there you've been hiding, I took the wrong turn. Well, I didn't take the wrong turn. I missed a turn, and so it's taken me 20 minutes longer to get here. But this looks like it was the old, maybe the old ranch house. Oops. So not much left. Foundation feels pretty comfortable or solid. You wonder though what life was like in these old houses, huh? Well, here's the pipe. I bet this was a stove here. And these are probably all just bedrooms. This is probably some sort of back entry or closet. And upstairs, doesn't look like it's, well, it could have been a bedroom. Yeah. Anyway, it's interesting. As I mentioned on some of the Van Across America videos, where we've seen the old houses. In the old days, it used to be that you walked right into the kitchen. That was the entrance to the house. And this appears to have been it, because of that there. And it got some sort of living area here, maybe, or dining area. So I'm gonna go up to the hot spring, get some water, eat some breakfast, and then move along. And here we are, Potts Hot Spring. Interesting. Looks like the actual spring is up here somewhere. And then they've got a pipe feeding into a tub here. Huh. See how warm the water is. That's a big flow too. Oh, that's nice. Huh. Well, get some water here, eat some breakfast. Even warmed up enough to take a bath, but I got 18 miles to do. So, I'm gonna come back. Well, that was a nice breakfast stop. See you later. I think I'll come back here. That water was, I didn't go in. The water's just about the right temperature. So now it's about 18 miles to Ryegrass Spring. 18 and a half if you count the walk down this road to the road where we're going to. So, might pull up a little short from there tonight. And then after Ryegrass, it's about 40 miles to Eureka. 40 miles. Well, there's a great view to the northern part of the Monitor Valley, and just like I told you yesterday, the geographic center of Nevada. And then just right beyond that is Highway 50, the loneliest highway in America. Although I've been on that highway, and it's not really as lonely as it used to be. There's lots of cars travel. When I say lots of cars, not traffic, but there's at least, I'd say at least a dozen cars an hour that go along there. I've been on lonelier stretches. Look at that long stretch. No, that's not where we're going. That's where we came from. Here's where we're going. I believe it is going up here. I think that's where it's going through right there. You can see that right there. I think. When I get up here, I'll know better. So I stopped to take this late day break, and I got some of these things called slice fruit on the go. But I was reading the ingredients. Typical. It's mango puree is, I guess, what the base is, because they're mango flavored. Of course, it's got sugar, invert sugar, and other stuff. And there's one ingredient here, sodium hydroxide. Isn't sodium hydroxide drain cleaner? So I guess my insides should be pretty clean after eating these things, huh? Okay, we're going to move on after a while here, a couple minutes, and then got the pass to get up to and Ryegrass Spring. Might stop short of it. We'll see how the day goes. Looks like it's trying to start to do something, or it's kind of the battle between we're going to do something or we're going to break up. Same thing with the wind. Wind decides, gonna go and do its thing, and then decides gonna calm down. Unlike yesterday, where it just All right. Shadow's starting to grow. I think I'm going for about another hour and a half. There's a summit up here about 8,000 feet, which is looks like on the map it's nice and wide and flat-ish. If I fall short, well, doesn't look like there's any kind of camping here, but I'm seeing some micro spaces that I can easily camp out under juniper trees or something. I don't think we can have any weather tonight. And the wind is basically calming down, so we've got options. It's pretty up here. As you can tell, I think it's the waning of the day. I have already reached this saddle of about 8,000 feet, 7,900, and it's basically all downhill from here to Ryegrass Spring, and then downhill from there to the next valley we're going down. So I think what I'm going to do is just hold up, I don't know, we'll see, hold up before the spring. I'll get to that tree line over there, just find a spot. My cowboy camp, I think I already said that. I think we'll be okay. All right, 18 miles. This was the place I marked out on the map to camp. In fact, I think I see some spots over there. But I think what I'm going to do, it looks good, so I mean, what, bird in the hand's worth more than two in the bush, right? But I'll be blocked from the sun coming up over, let's see, it's going to come up over there, so you have to be like after it gets up that knob there. So I think I'm trying to go on the other side of that hillside, so I get the blast of sun in the morning, so I won't be all, oh, it's too cold, I can't get up in the morning. I mean, you know how it goes, right? I don't want to go to school, Mommy. So, let's see how this turns out. Well, look at what I found here. Nice and flat, relatively speaking. Very few rocks or twigs or branches. Obviously somebody's used this, even looks like not too long ago. And the sun becoming, can I show it to you here? Let's see, where is it? So if the sun's going to come up here, I don't want to camp right next to that tree. About right through there, I think. So I should get some early morning sun, which means I should camp like on this side of a tree instead of back there. All right. All in all, a good day. About 19 miles, I think. I didn't think I was going to make it this far. I was down there at the bottom of the hill about 5:30, and it was a pretty good climb, and somehow I got a big bolt of energy, and here I am before 7:30. So this is home for tonight, and we're just laying out the sleeping bag and going to bed. Good night. Good morning. You want to see how good this cowboy camping spot turned out? Take a look at this here. What? Oh, in there? Huh? Not a cowboy camping spot in the open, but a tent in the shade? That's right. As soon as I got the pad and the sleeping bag out, it started sprinkling. I go, oh no. So I packed up the sleeping bag really fast so it wouldn't get wet. And then it stopped sprinkling. So I go, well, I better not chance it. I looked up the clouds and couldn't tell if they're going to keep on going. And the light was starting to really fade, so I thought, all right, put the tent up in the shade, in between the trees, just in case we get some wind and rain. And as soon as I started putting up the tent, sure enough, it started sprinkling again. And then when I was halfway through putting the tent up, it stopped sprinkling. Go, okay. And that was it. Nothing else for the rest of the night. So anyway, it's all downhill today. Going to stop at Ryegrass Spring, about 1.5 miles from here. And then I've got planned 18 miles. I might go 19. See how the day goes. The wind's not too bad right now, so hopefully it stays that way. It feels a little bit warmer today. And yeah, that's it. Here's the road. We're going down. All right, let's go. And we're off. Now, we're going to spill out into a valley today, and then either set up at the base of those mountains off there in the distance, or maybe go up a little bit, and then we'll go down again and then up again before we get to Eureka. And I'm thinking right now for Eureka, let's see, it'll be today, tomorrow, and then probably end up about 5 miles short of Eureka, so I'll get in there on Monday morning. And I think what I'll do is hang around Eureka Monday, go to the library, charge up my batteries, get some food, and then stay overnight in the tent somewhere, and then probably take off the next day to Ely. See how I feel. If I think I need another day, then I'll stay another day in the tent, as long as the weather's nice. And speaking of which, do you notice anything different? No? No jacket, no vest. It's nice and warm in the sun. The breeze is still cold, but the sun is finally starting to be able to overpower the coldness of the wind. So see how that stays for today. Now that I say it, the wind's real cold. Yeah, I should stop saying things, right? So this is a short little, about 100-yard cutoff from the road down to Ryegrass Spring. Grass is green, so that tells us the water's probably still here. Okay, here we are. Let's see what we have. Yes, I hear it flowing. Nice and clean, huh? Well, we'll make do. Because I got to fill up on 5 liters here. Make it last for 2 days. Or 2.2 days, 2.1. All right. So that was perfect use of my water. All the water I got yesterday, I just now drank up, finished it up. Now we're going to get this nice, cool, clear water. Looks nice, huh? It's probably okay to drink without a filter, but we'll just do it anyway. Loaded up and ready to go. It's amazing how much weight 5 liters adds. You know, it's 10 pounds. And I'm glad that most of the day is downhill or flat, so that I'm not having that extra load up the hill. You know, walking through here right now, it's made me almost have a feeling of nostalgia, because it reminds me of some of those Western movies where it was in country like this, you know. And I'll have to get back to I think watching some more old Westerns at some point in time. Guess I'll have to put that on hold for next year. Hey, if you have any good ideas of Western movies that you remember, that you think I'd like to watch, leave me a comment and let me know, because I think I will kind of binge on some Western movies next year after this is all done. I've got a few in mind, but let me know your ideas. Oh, hey, look at this. Hey, which way is it to Monitor Valley? I don't want to go there again right now. That way? All right. I have a feeling that was supposed to be another sign, probably saying Toyabe National Forest or something. All right. So now we're going to the next valley. Was it Spring Valley? I forget. It's a valley. A valley, a mountain, a valley, a mountain. That's what we got left here to Eureka. Well, this has certainly been a long canyon. And just now, getting to the mouth where you can see, I think, a little bit of the valley below. Down in the valley so low. Hang your head over, hear the wind blow. You know what, you probably noticed, maybe you didn't, let me show you here again. Those cows, they keep running away from me. My voice couldn't be that bad, huh? Hey, I think this one likes me. Did you like that? Was that a moo of approval? Huh. I think somebody's trying to play the shortcut game with me. Think they're gonna beat me at it?